Behind every successful woman is a story most people never see. The late nights, the tough decisions, and the moments where giving up would have been easier. She didn't. Welcome to Successful Women Entrepreneurs, where we uncover the strategy, the systems, and the real journey behind success. So if you've ever felt like you're doing all the things, but still not getting the results you want, make sure you stay until the end, because what she shares could completely change that for you. Today, we're joined by Andrea Chihaby. Let's dive in.
Welcome! I'm so excited to introduce you to our guest today, Andrea Chihaby. She is an amazing ads creative expert and specialist, and she is going to be dropping some incredible gold today. Andrea has done a lot in her industry, in her space, being able to bring in massive results for people by using creative ads. You're not going to want to miss this one. Don't worry, because this exact strategy can also work for organic content creation. So stay tuned. Andrea, welcome. How are you?
Thank you for having me here. I am doing really great. I have absolutely loved doing what I'm doing. I love creating these ads for clients, and it's just been an incredible journey, which I will get more into that later. But yeah, thank you for having me, Starr. I think I found you back in 2019 when I first started my online entrepreneur journey, and I've just been a part of your community for quite a while. So I'm just really grateful and excited to be here.
Yeah, so Andrea has watched our community grow from nothing to this huge, amazing audience. And I'm so glad that you stayed with us along the way. And with all of the changes that have happened online since then till now, so much has changed. So I love what you're bringing to our audience today, because we know that what was working then is not working today. So you've got some exciting things to share. The first thing I want to ask you, Andrea, is that there's a lot of people online, specifically here on Facebook. They're in our community, other communities, they're posting, and maybe they've even tried ads, but they're just not getting clients from it. From your experience, what's really happening? What's the problem?
Yeah, so it's a matter of putting yourself out into the world in a way that you attract that ideal client to you. What I've seen over the years is that there are like copy and paste. So you don't want to do that. You want to be able to stand out with your brand voice. You want to be able to stand out from the crowd. People have an attention span of 3 seconds. So if you're not hooking somebody in those first 3 seconds, then you're losing them. That's just how social media is designed. It's designed to keep us scrolling. So it's really good to be able to put yourself in a position where you can attract that ideal client into your world in that first 3 seconds.
And Andrea, you're already dropping the gold. So I love that. Most people assume it's because they need to post more, they need to run better ads, or maybe they think they need to get more views. Do you agree with that?
I think that there's a fine line between more views. Like if you go viral, which is great, like more views is always great. But if you go viral in the wrong crowd, that has nothing to do with your offer, nothing to do with your service, then it's not really what you need. I'm not saying that having more views won't bring in people, because it does it goes hand in hand with the algorithm, right? So you get the viral views and you get people coming into your world. Most of those might not be the high quality. So it comes down to, again, like putting out those high value posts, high value ads to bring in the person. If there's only 3,000 views, and you really dialed in your audience and your messaging in that video, in that ad, it will convert so much higher than if you put out something that is just viral.
Yes, and ladies, stick with us, because Andrea is going to really get into her mechanism and show that in just a bit. So stay tuned. Okay, Andrea. So why do you think so many people are putting in effort consistently and not seeing results? Like they are showing up, they are doing all these things that you mentioned consistently, but they're just not getting results from them.
That's a tough one to answer, because I think it comes down to, if you're running ads specifically, it comes down to the back end too. So you're putting your ads out into the world, and if you don't have the automations set up, if you're not good at closing, there's a lot of factors that go into it. And I think I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of the person who is doing that. It can get in your head. So honestly, I think one great thing to do is to take a break from social media. Sometimes when you are just going along and cranking out content, and you lose train of thought of exactly what you want, right? So it's great to take a step back, put it aside, and then come back.
Yeah, definitely. I know I've been guilty of that myself and so many others. So that is definitely important that we stay focused. And sometimes we do have to take a step back, or we're thinking that we're watching other people and what they're doing. Like we need to be doing that. And that's not necessarily the case. We're just in our heads, exactly like you said. So, what's the biggest misconception that you see when it comes to content and ads actually converting?
That I think it comes down to, if you have a really great ad and you are putting a lot of money behind it, increasing the money spend per day thinking that it's going to take off is a big misconception. Most of the time when people put out ads into the world, you will know if they're going to perform well within the first couple weeks. If you have everything set up in the back end and you have your email automations, if you have all of the systems set up and it's not converting, and you think putting more money into it just to make sure that it gets out in front of an audience more, it might not be the way. I think cycling back around and recycling like copy that you have with the ad would be a great way to increase the conversions on that ad. Yeah, I think that's probably the main point, is you don't want to throw more money at it, because at the end of the day, if you're putting money into something that isn't working from the get-go, from the first 2 weeks of it out in the world, like in Meta specifically, you're adjusting your keywords, you don't want to just keep putting money at it. You want to try to like recycle the headlines and recycle the hooks and test and tweak it until you get to that point where you can actually increase the ad spend.
That is great advice, Andrea, because I have seen people do that, or that misconception that, hey, it's because Facebook or Meta wants us to put more money, when it's actually the advertisement itself that needs work. So, very good.
And even on that note, it's the organic posts, like putting these ads specifically that I do as organic posts. And if you check out my Facebook profile, you'll see a pinned post up there that has great results. So there's another misconception that it has to be ad spend for this to work.
I love that, Andrea. I know that you're able to support people with ads, but also the content in general, even if they want to use it in the organic space, it can also help them to convert, do the lead generation process, and then allow them to have their conversion mechanisms on the back end working for them. So that is incredible. A lot of people believe that organic is dead or ads just don't work anymore. What's your take on that?
I think that organic is actually really great, especially if you utilize Facebook groups, this is like really my bread and butter. If you go to the top of my Facebook page, I have a pinned post there. And what I do with this pinned post, and it's a hilarious AI ad, so go check it out. It's a video that I created for myself, but I will go inside of groups and I will add value, drop value inside of groups, and people are naturally curious. So then they will come to my Facebook, and this is what I coach for my clients as well. They'll come and they'll check out what I'm about and they'll see that. And if you have something that is high quality and a story attached to it, pinned as an organic post to your top of your Facebook feed, like the amount of people that will comment and then inbox you it's just crazy how quick it can happen, because you're gaining trust with that initial post, that organic post that you're putting on top of your Facebook. And I think a big thing about being in business is you want to have a continuous cycle of new people seeing who you are, seeing who you're about. And to be able to have something that tells your story, it really it draws the right kind of people in.
Super valuable, Andrea. And that is what Andrea is describing here, is the personal profile funnel. A lot of people don't have their funnel on their personal profile set up because they think of a funnel as being a landing page or some sort of content on a website that they have created. But we actually leverage our personal profiles as funnels. And so many people get that wrong. Andrea is going inside of communities, bringing value, and then these people are going to her profile and automatically entering into her funnel and sending her a DM. And do you see how these sales are happening all organically? That is an incredible win for you, Andrea, and a great way to share with our audience what they can do in their own business. Thank you for sharing that. Why do you think people like to focus on the posting more, better editing, going viral instead of what actually matters?
I think it's like that busy. The US is a very like action driven country. And so when it comes down to posting more, we think that more is always better. More is always better. Put it out there into the world. Let's just keep going. And I think I mentioned earlier that it's that grind. is when you like disconnect from your actual messaging.
Yeah.
And if you stop and you slow down and you come back to yourself, one super quality post in a week is going to outperform 10 messy posts in the
Wow.
same week. It's just how it is. It's the way. I think it like on that note is putting out posts that are on like different types of pillars too will be very valuable. And that's what I love about the AI ad world is I can create like really great, hilarious ads that will attract different types of clients and customers into your world that have a varied quality to them. So for example, like if one of them is bringing in maybe you work closely with moms. One of them is bringing in moms, or you work closely with moms that are like also working jobs, stay-at-home moms who are trying to create money for themselves at home. Like one of those could bring in something like that. Another post could bring in the mom who is working like a traditional job but wants to step away. Yeah, and so I think like just having basically like a library of content pillars that you can cycle back around into is very important. For example, I like to use inspiration a lot. I like to use my personal story a lot. If you're doing it right and you have that organic post to the top of your Facebook feed that I mentioned, and you're bringing in fresh eyes on your business and on what you do and what you sell and what your service is, people will not remember your story. Like you're going to get more tired of your story quicker than anybody else. So it's like tapping into the inspiration, your story, you're maybe dropping how-tos, you're dropping like what to expect, day in the life. A lot of those different pieces actually resonate with people as they come into your world.
Definitely having a variety of those are very important. And one thing that you pointed out that is so important is I do talk about niching down, but some people want you to niche super, super down and you're always talking to this one person. But I love how you said, because I, just like yourself, I might target people who are stay-at-home moms, but I also target people who are in corporate and want to leave corporate like I did 15 years ago or 16 years ago. That's very important because when you put those types of pieces out there, you're going to get a group of people who are interested in, oh, she's targeting stay-at-home moms who want to bring in money from their business, versus the corporate woman who maybe wants to start her side hustle or create more income so she can actually walk away from corporate. So I love that you shared that. You mentioned something really interesting about this being more about the messaging, right? More than anything else. Can you explain that in simple terms?
Just in simple terms, as far as like copy goes, copy is what you write out on your posts. Like this is what I break it down to when it comes to messaging. Like you want to have a strong hook at the top of your post, calling in that person. And then you want to have a story attached to it. So that person will come in, they'll immediately see who you're trying to call out, who you're trying to bring into your world. And then having a story attached to it. You could talk about client stories, you could talk about your own story like I mentioned, you could talk about results that you've gotten, you could talk about struggles that you've overcome, and then attaching that to a call to action is like those three. That combo specifically is very important. So that's the messaging that you want to put out into the world.
And that's very powerful. I've watched Andrea put this type of content out. And Andrea, what's the number of comments that you've been able to get on some of your posts like that?
Honestly, I don't think it comes down to comments. I think that like the organic post that I have pinned to the top of my Facebook, that has converted about 8% of people who have commented my call to action word, which in that specific case is access.
Okay.
So 8% is really good,
Mm.
industry standards. But when it comes to the daily posts, if you are getting likes on it and you can go back into your metrics and see how many people viewed it and what kind of interactions it has, even if nobody comments, a lot of times those people will come into your messaging.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even come down to the comments specifically. It just comes down to you continuing even when you don't see results.
Yes.
Like I think that's the hard part about being an online entrepreneur is continuing even through not seeing the results, but knowing that if you stick in the game long enough, it will happen, especially if you've dialed in your offer and you've dialed in who you want to bring, like who you want to help. And you've also dialed in closing once you get on the call with people and you're able to like serve them in a way that they basically get a micro result on the call. Like
Yeah,
you're creating trust that way.
that's awesome. And now I'm excited to talk more about specifically what you do. Where does AI come into all of this? How are you doing this differently than most people?
So AI, I think one thing, let me take you back to October when I first started this. This was like after a lot of years of failing forward with multiple different types of businesses. And somehow AI drew me in because I'm a naturally creative person. And the AI ad specifically, which I'll share in this little presentation that I'm going to show you in just a second, Starr, is that it's like for you to be able to create hilarious ads, which is like really my niche, but hilarious videos, hilarious content, it breaks through the human emotion, right? Like people, even though it's AI, if people relate to the scripting of the video or the ad that you put out, they'll come to you. It's as crazy as it sounds, AI, I found so much passion and purpose in it, these videos. And so when I create them for my clients, so for example, I created one for a woman who has a soap, like she's an ecom, she's a nurse. She's created basically handcrafted soap. And she came to me and she wanted to just have like this bold video that showcases how much time she put into her soap. Like she spent a lot of time with the formula. And so I really captured it in the ad, like just tying humor into it, which it works better when I can show you the actual ad.
Yes. And we're going to take a look at this now. Do you think it's the humor or the AI or the combination that's attracting these individuals? Because you're saying they're engaging with these ads and they're responding, which is what we want.
Exactly. So I think like human naturally right now, since AI, these tools specifically are only 9 months old, we are curious. Like when we see an AI ad, like me specifically, and I know a lot of people that I've talked to also, when they see how detailed you can get and how you can create different scenes and how you can really tie in a script that's like a proven formula, proven script to attract that person. It's interesting for one. And for two, it's mind-blowing. What used to take like traditional ads, like you hired videographers, you hire actresses, actors, all of the people that you would have to pay, then you can turn around and use AI to do the same sort of thing and capture emotions and feelings with the scripting.
That's so amazing. So, Andrea, I know you've put something together for our audience. Are you ready?
Yeah, I would love to show you.
This has been such a valuable conversation already, so I can't wait. All right, Andrea. So let's hear more about your mechanism and how you help people get real big results.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to over deliver today with you, Star. So I actually put together a presentation so you can see what I do in action, because the quality of what I do, the quality of the ads really speaks for itself. And so I wanted to bring that to you. So this is how women entrepreneurs can really stand out in their business and go viral and actually draw in the people that they want to draw in. And this is also an opportunity to even make money if you want to learn how to create these ads, which I actually am putting it in this. So you can walk away today with creating your very first AI clone ad. And I think, yeah, just in general, like if women learn this skill, I think that will set them apart, because AI, it's not going anywhere. Like we're on the cusp of it. And I think that it's like really important to learn this skill. So again, today, this is like how you can create viral marketing videos for yourself, and then how you can even get paid anywhere from $250 to $500 an hour to create AI clone ads for other companies, even if you've never used AI. Just imagine for a second, like what if your ads could make somebody laugh so hard that they pulled out their credit card on the spot and bought from you? And that's what these AI videos can do for somebody. It's incredible. We'll get into it.
So exciting.
I know it is exciting. I don't know if you watch the Super Bowl. I have to admit, I'm that person who watches the Super Bowl only for the ads. And
I think a lot of women, not all, but a lot of us do.
and the food and the people, of course, but
Yeah.
the ads and like the commercials, are really where it's at. So this year, there was about 23% of commercials that made it to the Super Bowl that was AI generated. And on top of that, it's the AI generations and then the funny, the humor. Like that's what makes it to the Super Bowl, and companies will pay a lot of money to make it in front of the Super Bowl. So I will today give you, like I said, I'll give you the basics on how you can walk away and create your very first AI ad that you can either use as ads if you're running them currently, or you can use it in your organic videos, like what I told you earlier about the Facebook pinned post that I use that organically generated 8K. It's up to 9K now, 9K for me. And this is like giving it all away. Like you can do this for yourself. I mentioned earlier, my name is Andrea. I'm actually a registered nurse. And like a story about me back in 2019 is when I started my online journey. Starr, I mentioned that I came into your Facebook group and your world when I was first starting. And like backstory about that, what led me into the world of entrepreneur is I was actually a nurse and I was working at the bedside and I was 34 weeks pregnant. And I ended up making a med error on a patient. I'm in the pediatric world. And that the stress of it, like I could have harmed my patient. I could have harmed my unborn baby, 34 weeks, because of the stress of it. And I could have harmed myself, like given that it was just so much pressure in the moment. And so that moment is when I stepped away. It was a really dark time, and it ended up like leading my family, my husband, my daughter, when she turned 8 months, to move to Morocco and as a fresh start. So from the outside, we like landed in Morocco. We're doing what we need to do. I started health coaching. I tried MLMs. I tried direct sales, even Airbnb, and nothing worked for me until I found that I could actually use my creative mind to create these AI ads that I'm about to show you. So it was like a hidden talent. I remember when I was probably 14 years old, I spoke with a family friend. It was my parents' friend who was in interior design. And she told me that to not follow creative work because there's no money in it. Little did they know, little did they know that there actually is really great. And it's fun. It's really fun working with brands and my clients. And it's really fun to be able to see the results of these. So basically what I already told you earlier about how people need to stand out, right? Like they need to hook their customers in the first few minutes. So if you're just doing the copy and paste posting, you're getting overlooked. You're doing the same stock photos. You're doing the same type of post as the next person, as your competitor. It's really great to actually look outside of your niche and to be able to like reinvent the copy of somebody outside of your niche. So if you're doing like all these things that are very similar to people in their same niche, you're being invisible and your people aren't buying because they don't recognize you as somebody who stand out. And then the burnout is really real. Like if you're posting consecutively and it's just not getting the results. I am excited to say that hilarious ads actually do way better. Like brands, if you've ever thought about an ad that you've seen, it's the ones that are funny that you typically come back to, right? They're 3 times more likely to be shared, which means free eyes on your product, on your service. And it just takes one. Once you put it out there, if you have one that just really blows up, you can bring in a lot of high qualified people that way. So in addition to that, like I had my nurse, like that I mentioned earlier, my nurse, one of my nurse clients who created handcrafted soap. Like how can you create humor in handcrafted soap? Yeah, so who would think that having soap you could create a funny ad, but let me show you how I did this.
Do you remember when we used to trust ingredients blindly, no idea what was in something, and just hope for the best? Hey, Jamie, do you know if this is my drink? It's yours now. Yeah. Our lid-free ride or die era. Now, I won't even use a soap unless I know what's in it. Like this one from Humble Glow Collections. This is the Collagen Pink Rejuvenating Bar. It's made with French pink clay. Hi, I'm Burley's clone. She is the founder of Humble Glow Collections, and she sent me to nerd out with you for a second. Burley is a nurse and wants you to know that our skin is our largest organ. So what you put on it actually matters. Nurse Crafted soap is made with barrier-safe, science-backed ingredients. No harsh fillers, no stripping, and no, why does my skin feel tight after bar soap? Humble Glow Collections is great because I like my skin hydrated, not traumatized.
And if you think men don't want nurse crafted soap that actually helps their skin, think again.
This soap has been a winter lifesaver for our family.
This body cream is heavenly. The products are natural and nourishing.
Every Humble Glow order comes with a free sample and a luxury eye mask because great skin should feel like a gift. Organic oils, jojoba oil, shea butter, oats, oat milk, goat milk, coconut milk, honey, vitamin E, and zinc oxide. Click the link to order today.
So you see how amazing it can be, right?
Yes, that is so incredible. I did not expect that type of result.
So yeah, and then tying it back to the humor, right? I don't know if you remember the ridiculous infomercials that used to come up. And this specific story here is like these Snuggies. Do you remember seeing those?
Yes.
There was a moment when I was sitting with my roommates as I was putting myself through nursing school, and we were binge watching one of our favorite TV shows, and this Snuggie came up, like the infomercial came up, and pretty soon the next weekend we were sitting all together with Snuggies, and it was like absolutely ridiculous, but they tied in humor to it, and they're a $500 million brand,
Wow.
like up to this point. So humor is great.
Yes.
You're like working hard and you keep getting ignored. These AI ads can save you time because you're not putting all the hours into creating the low quality content that you've been used to. And then just having the ad spend, like the ad spend without a return, right? If you're cranking up your ad spend, like I mentioned earlier, but the quality that you're putting out isn't where it's at, then it actually, by having a high quality AI ad, it actually saves you money because you're getting more bang for your ad spend. So yeah, this is awesome. Here's another ad that I created for Creator.
I'm Christine's AI clone, and behind me is Christine's AI clone shaking a rubber butt for views. She hasn't found out yet. She doesn't have to do that. You can be a complete newbie. You don't need a following. You don't have to post 3 times a day. And you definitely don't have to shake your fun. If you want to make money with AI but feel confused, stressed, and not sure where to start, yeah, that makes sense. You probably watched a bunch of videos, saved a few posts, and still thought, okay, but what do I actually do? Come to my free AI clone training where I'll show you the simple tools it takes, all in less than 2 hours. And again, relax, no shaking your booty involved. You'll also learn what to say, what to charge, and how to get paid by businesses without the guesswork. This can even turn into monthly recurring income. Look, AI isn't coming. It's already here. And the people who win are not the smartest. They're the ones who started. Click the link. Watch the free training.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And isn't that crazy what you can do with AI?
Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, like before AI, the traditional recordings and traditional, like you pay for somebody to come out, you pay for your videographer, you have to figure out a time to do it, you have to figure out a location, memorize the lines, do continuous recordings until you get it right. And it just is a lot of stress. And this eliminates that. And so anybody can learn it. And that's what I love about it too, is like, not only do I love creating the ads for my clients, but you can learn it yourself. And it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's the scripting is where you need it. So let me just show you today exactly how to create your first AI clone. And this is like using a couple simple tools. Okay, so the easiest way is to use a high quality selfie photo that you already have, and then you can sign up for Google Pro and you'll go in and you'll drop in that selfie photo. So I will get that for you now. The secret setting that you'll need to do is this is a secret setting that you'll have to do once you get into Google Flow, and it's the choose right here, choose Veo fast,
Okay.
so that you don't spend a lot of money on creating these. So this is what you want to do. You'll bring your photo into the tool, drop it in there.
This is so cute. I'm very impressed by all of your ads.
Yeah, it's fun. And it's like any brand, like I said earlier, like any brand can do this and stand out, and you just get creative. So I have a really cool photo of me that I generated on here. Then you'll go to click video. You'll change that setting to lower priority, and then you'll generate it. And it's that easy.
If you're a
Here's
realtor and want
cloning
high-end
yourself.
listing videos without filming, editing, or saying a single line, watch this. I'm not actually standing in this living room. I've never been in this kitchen either. And I've never sunbathed in this pool before. I can put your AI twin in any scenario and in any home you are trying to sell. You've got better things to do, like taking care of your client. Imagine creating social media content for your listings without ever even having to set foot on the property. Grab a spot on my calendar now and let's chat.
That's so funny, the guys in the pool.
Yeah.
I love these, Andrea. Great job.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I mentioned, the easy part is the AI cloning, but that's where I can step in for the script. Or if you want to learn this yourself, I actually have free gifts for you. And I think like another story that I want to share real quick is I had a client, she's a nurse and her side hustle is life insurance. And so I thought to myself, like, how could I create some humor around life insurance? Life insurance is so serious, right?
It is.
So I came up with these scenes of wrestling with a bear while promoting life insurance.
You know, when you're not in your 20s anymore, risky stuff like this hits a little different. Quick question. With permanent life insurance, if I don't make it down this mountain, are my bills still paid? This is why I always recommend permanent life insurance. It helps cover bills, emergencies, and your family if you live, which statistically, you probably will. Wait a minute. This helps pay bills, covers emergencies, and protects my family, all while I'm still alive? Yes, girl. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Wow. Signing up for permanent life insurance was easier than I thought. Why did I avoid it so long? Don't wait until life hits a tree. Click the calendar link to schedule time with a licensed specialist today. Life's unpredictable, like fighting this bear, but at least my insurance isn't. Did you click the calendar link yet?
Super creative.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's if you can envision it, you can bring it to life. My results that I mentioned earlier, I
Mhm.
told you that I had this pinned post at the top of my Facebook feed and it has an 8% close rate. So this one single post outperformed all of my other, like you'll see 411, 1,000, and this is 5.3 thousand views.
Wow.
And it performed as a 9K just organically.
That is incredible. Ladies, definitely get in touch with Andrea. You've seen the type of work that she does. You also see that she can help you with this across any industry. I love the soap. I love the real estate agents. Very different niches, but such phenomenal results.
Very diverse, very diverse. And it's the organic thing. This is somebody in the community who 200 posts on her client and they have 45,000 views on the AI ad that she created.
Wow. Very impressive.
Yeah. So just imagine like what you could do if you had one hilarious AI viral video that took off for your brand. Some more results. We have my one of my other clients. She initially was like 400, 100 to 400 views. It was a 2.3K. So
Wow.
10x what she was typically getting.
Wow.
There's people in the real estate industry talking about how realtors can benefit from it, like the creativity. It's like raving. You'll get people raving about your brand. So, like I said earlier, like adding humor into it is very important. Like the Super Bowl, going back to that, the Super Bowl 30-second ads are spending $6 million to get in front of that many people with humor. Dollar Shave Club, 1 billion cash, and they're known for having like hilarious launches.
Wow.
So the psychology behind this is that you're going from pain to pleasure, right? People will buy if they laugh. They'll come back to you and they'll remember your brand. They'll put it if they don't buy initially, they'll put it aside and then they'll be like, "You know what? I want to share that ad with my friend," and they'll come back to you. So the coolest part about this too is I actually also offer where you can learn this yourself. And it's a course, the same course that I took. And that's where you can learn how to create these amazing videos like what I did with my clients. And just imagine like getting two clients, like we talked about earlier, that have a subscription. So the bigger businesses that need the continuous refresh of ads in their business and they keep coming back to you every single month. Just 5 of those. That's 120,000 a year. So it's just like the opportunity with AI just like mind blows me. Then like I mentioned earlier, like learning the skill you can promote your brand. don't want me to create them for you and you actually want to learn the skill, then you can actually promote it. And then knowing that it's an in demand and there's like very few people know how to create ads like this. So then you can actually also get with other brands that you believe in. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, companies, they need new ads every month. You're going to want to get refreshed so you get those new eyes on your brand every month, and it could just really change your life.
Business owner, you are aware that you need to hook your customers' attention in 3 seconds, right? Your ads aren't bad. They're just painfully forgettable. Here, these are for you. Hey guys, just hopping on to tell you about. Nope. You didn't start a business to become a content creator. You obviously already know that ads are the lifeline of your business, and you need someone to help you back your ads up. Or maybe you already have a killer marketing team. Great. Keep them. Just use us as a backup option for when you're in a pickle.
Why am I always the example?
We create AI-powered ads for small businesses, so you don't have to film yourself, figure out what to say, or pretend content creation is your passion. We can have new ads ready in as little as 5 days, no matter what your business does. Don't look at them. They're not going to help you. Getting fresh ads into your business and leaving the boring and forgettable ads behind will. We don't work with everyone, but if you're serious about scaling your ads, click the link below and apply. If it's a fit, we'll reach out.
That is so cute. They're also funny. You can't stop watching them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I like some of my, like I have a med spa client and I'll play one more and then we'll wrap up here.
Yes.
So this is my med spa client.
Get out! Do you remember her feeling confident in whatever you put on? Maybe you had tried everything, keto diet, fasting, and throwing away all the snacks in your house. 3 kids later and no date night with your husband in 2 years. Or maybe you're sucking it in, making deals with God, and hoping the zipper believes in miracles, when what you actually need is a real plan built for your body. But if you think you need liposuction or another crash diet, you don't.
When you come in, you're not just booking a session, you're starting with a full consultation designed around you. We look at your goals, your body, and create a custom plan for real, lasting results.
It starts with a full body analysis, followed by a personalized strategy session. So you're not guessing and you're not stuck starting over every Monday. Then comes the easy part. You relax while Invisared uses red and infrared light to target stubborn fat cells. It feels natural, it's painless, there are no knives, and 0 downtime. Many people start seeing changes after the first Invisared session, but the real results come from committing to the process. So if you're tired of the yo-yo dieting and you're ready for a plan that actually works, book your Invisared consultation today for just $59.
Worth it.
Click the link to book your Invisared consultation today.
Another great ad.
I know it's one after another. So, you know how I mentioned earlier about how it comes down to the script? Like those videos that I just showed you, those ads that I just showed you, they walk through that pain pleasure process. Single one of them.
Yes, that's why we were so just drawn into them.
Yeah, it's really great. So basically what it comes down to is how these ads can benefit you. Like you have the 2 options. You can utilize these videos for yourself to advertise your own side hustle, to really stand out in your brand, or you can create for businesses who are already or huge demand and no competition on this skill. Like nobody knows how to do this. So yeah, if you want to actually dive into a deeper training, a more in-depth training, I'm giving that away. Just text me free gift and I have my number on the screen there.
Yeah, so guys, this is an amazing gift that Andrea has put together for you guys. So definitely opt into this. Just go ahead and text free gift to 415-504-2089 so that you can get a more in-depth training on how to create these incredible ads.
And not only that, is just showing you what else you can do with it. I told them to put me in Paris in a designer dress on a walkway. That's what it did. I told them I was tired of juggling it all. Mind you, I've built all of this while I have a almost 1-year-old at home now.
Wow.
So this is depicting my life, and I just put it into the scene. If you're a retreat owner and you want to put yourself at the retreat center, you can specifically choose specifically put the photo from your retreat center, and I could create it for you, or you could learn yourself. So there's 2 options, like I said, is you can either learn this for yourself or as a side hustle. and you can text the free gift so I can give you the more in-depth training. And if you're like, forget about all that, like, I don't want to learn any of this, just do it for me, you can also text clone me to the same number.
So, guys, go ahead and text Andrea, free gift, if you want to get the step-by-step guide, or text her clone me at 415-504-2089. She does the done for you AI ads, so you don't have to go through learning all those things. And these ads, as you can see, are incredible. She can do this for any niche that you're in. And what I loved about what Andrea talked about is like really taking those who are watching the video through that transformation journey of what your product or services does for your clients.
Thank you so much, Starr. I am really excited. I think the like the bread and butter of working with my clients has just of clients who are solopreneurs, that's just where my heart is at. So I'm really excited to potentially support you.
Yes. So let us know, Andrea, who is this for? Is this for beginners, people that are trying to grow?
Two-part answer to that. This can be for the beginner who, if they want to learn the skill themselves, who have a side hustle that they want to market. So it could be for the beginner, or it can also be for an established brand that want to stand out and they want to utilize, like, really utilize being able to draw in their customers through these like quick scene changes, to have a really great script around what their service or product is. It can be for anybody. And like I mentioned, the organic or the paid, they work well both.
Thank you so much, Andrea. You've definitely brought so much value to our community. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today. It's been such a fun training. I love the fact that people can learn how to do this for themselves and create incredible income, or if they have an existing business, they can just go ahead and have you do the work for them. So don't forget, ladies, to go ahead and text free gift or text clone me to 415-504-2089. Andrea has talked about how she's got incredible results for herself as well as her clients. She is crushing it in the online space. Make sure that you connect with her. Andrea, any final thoughts, words, or is there anywhere else that our audience can find you? Anything else that you want to promote today?
Yeah, you can search for me on Facebook. I'm really active on there. You can, if you have questions, you can either text me or message me on Facebook. And like, I'm a huge advocate about helping people come up with ideas, just giving it away as much as I possibly can. So I appreciate today, Starr. This has been really great.
Yes. Thank you so much for being with us. It's such a valuable training, super fun. And ladies, don't forget, it's very important that as a business owner, you stay on top of what's trending right now. And Andrea is really tapping into something that is on the cutting edge of really bringing in traffic, leads, and sales for your business. Thank you so much, Andrea. So excited to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you, Starr.